I guess we'll have to see.
The rumor mills are officially in full effect. I'm Jefferson, one half of the disc golf world, and we got you covered with the latest offseason disc golf news every Monday and Friday. And for even more content, make sure to become a Patreon member. Or you can just subscribe. Either way, we gotta talk about the latest news circling DG social media, and has Touring Pro saying this. But before we do, if you want to pre-order a Disc Golf World hat, check out the link in the description. You have until December 2nd. Okay, now what you came for. If somehow you haven't seen by now, Prodigy has slashed the prices of Isaac Robinson's discs. I guess I shouldn't have said it was just Isaac's disc, as there's a 75% off site-wide sale, but seems like a play to offload a bunch of stuff you won't be able to sell. Or we can say it's because no one gives a shit about Prodigy's discs, but I don't think that's the full story. But yeah, probably still a big factor. To make matters better, Isaac commented interesting on the post, which instantly sent disc golf fans in a frenzy. For those that forgot, let me play this clip from Tour Life when asked about the handshake with UC Maresma after he won his second world title.
Did UC say something, Dark Horse? Like, hey, see you in 2025.
I guess we'll have to see.
Oh, I have to wait and see. Okay, fair enough.
Now I asked Gannon Burr about the possibility of Isaac joining the squad, and although never said it was impossible, made it clear it was improbable. Something drastic would need to happen in order to make a move so big. In the same conversation, I asked Gannon if he thought Isaac would reach his contract monetarily, and without a second to think, he made sure I knew no one would touch the bag he got. With such a historic year, I can only assume Discmania wants to ensure Burr spends his career representing the Shield. I gotta imagine the bonuses on top of the insane guarantee. Doesn't leave a lot of room to pay for a two-time and back-to-back world champ. Especially with the rumored Casey White contract that would compensate him well after his best season yet, and that YouTube ain't slowing down anytime soon. I'm just saying you don't buy a new van unless you feel pretty secure. Plus, this comment pretty much confirms it. Unless that is, Discmania would make a crazy move turning their back on the rest of the old guard to lock up their top player's best friend. Not only that, but establish yourself as the strongest team on paper. In order for that to happen, there would seriously need to be something huge to go down. But as we know, breaking contracts and not paying promised money isn't uncommon in disc golf. Who's to say Discmania doesn't go and cut the salary of an underperforming player or remove someone from the team altogether? Not saying it'll happen. Just saying we've seen it already with some sponsors that bought in high for players they believed in, and when the return wasn't there, instead of taking the loss and sucking up the bad business decision, they turned to screwing over the player. Rumor is, Lone Star won't even have a pro team next year. We already saw the announcement of Conor O'Reilly, and maybe my tinfoil hat is on too tight, but Nico Lacastro doesn't have them in the bio. Yeah, I know Sacred Disc is an affiliate, but that only counts when all parties hold up to their end of the deal. And I'm sorry, but I'm not taking the side of the people promising a minor money to follow his dreams, then boot him when he isn't Gannon Burr immediately. Got off on a bit of a tangent. I'll let you piece that one together. But while you do that, let's jump back to Isaac. After that conversation with Gannon, I wanted to see where Isaac's head was at. So at the GMC press conference, I asked him.
I just really want to take my career to the next level. I feel like with 2 world championships and, 3 majors, that I kind of need to take my seriousness about the game to the next level. And so I'm hoping for a manufacturer and a company to be able to do that with and enjoy doing it, because I want to be liking what I'm doing. So those are the things I'm looking for.
I think it's very important to recognize the emphasis on having fun and making sure he loves what he's doing. Personally, I would point this out to anyone still thinking Prodigy is going to offer money to keep him. Now, I don't know the relationship between Isaac and Prodigy. However, I would be lying to you all if I haven't heard countless alleged, and I'm going to repeat that so everyone can hear it, I've heard alleged stories of players being treated extremely poorly. Like the worst I've ever heard. And trust me, pros don't hold back their shit talking to us. I'm talking giving players false promises, withholding money, refusing to show disc sales, and more alleged accusations. Why in the hell would anyone want to deal with all this extra nonsense? And no matter how you feel about the Gannon lawsuit situation, as a close friend, I'm gonna assume Isaac is not gonna take Prodigy's side. Could be wrong, but in no world do I see Isaac staying. To everyone who doesn't believe me, here are a couple comments from pros, so maybe you can trust when they say it. And for all you pointing out he's still promoting Prodigy and them just dropping a new commemorative disc, no shit. Isaac gets paid. Well, supposed to get paid royalties for every disc with his name on it. Why would he not sell as many of those as he can? It's going to be a while before Innova can get all those signature series destroyers ready. Or if you believe a crazy move to Discmania is still possible, comment below what disc he'll be using. Or if you got any other wild predictions, let us know in the comments section below. Talked a lot about Isaac, but the other Robinson brother is up for contract as well. Around D-Glow, the rumor was Discraft was looking to sign him. Some rumblings of a player with a stronger resume might just take that spot. Not even sure if that information was hearsay. But recently, we were told by a top 32 player a main disc golf manufacturer is refusing to sign any free agents. When talking about the main guys, makes me think Innova or Discraft. We only gotta wait until January 1st to hear from Innova, but Discraft, who knows? They still need to re-sign some of their key players too. Gotta think they'll throw everything at AB, who should be asking for a lot more money after this season. Fans were quick to point out the sale of Corey Ellis' discs. Is this a sign of a departure from former European champ? As soon as we know more, we'll let you guys know, so make sure to subscribe. The Q-Series finale went down this past weekend. You know, the series that ends in an upcoming talent that spent the entire year grinding a 2025 tour card. No? Haven't heard of it? Well, don't worry. You can catch the highlights over on the DGPT YouTube, or if you had DGN, you could have watched it live. But unless you're scrolling through the C tiers on PDGA, kinda hard to follow. All good though, because I'll recap what you guys need to know. Quick shout out to boss Nate Doss over on X for the best breakdown. At the end of the finale, 6 MPO tour cards were handed out and 2 others for the FPO. The top 3 in the point standings and 3 others at the finale. It would be 2 for 2 on the FPO side. These were the standings prior to the start of this past weekend's event. In order to qualify, you needed to earn your spot by competing at the various Q-Series tournaments that were scattered throughout the schedule. The top 50 in the MPO standings would qualify, and the top 25 in the FPO. Or the alternative, everyone in the top 150 or 80 in the DGPT World standings would automatically qualify. Although, if you already had a tour card, you would be ineligible. There ended up being 28 players in the event, with some familiar faces. I agree with the boss that this could be a great way to continue bringing exciting off-season content, all while building the youth coming up into the sport. The issue is, where the hell could I have found all that readily available information if it weren't for the Nate Doss I pay attention to? The Q-Series went on alongside the DGPT, strategically placed throughout the year to maximize participation. And during one of those off weeks, we tried collaborating with some TDs, only to be told they were okay with the coverage they already had. I understand you have people covering the event, but damn, are we not going to tell the story of the series, but more importantly, the players? So, I don't know, people would actually give a shit? Because currently there's little to no information besides random ass post-produced videos that sometimes get views, but only when you have certain names driving it. Almost like having personal investments into players makes people want to watch more. Who would have known? I mean, the point is to bring to light new players grinding on tour, following their passion to hopefully make their dreams reality. Some living in their cars scraping by. Why in the hell is that completely forgotten? I love disc golf more than 99% of people, and you couldn't get me to turn DGN on. And that's not because I canceled my subscription for the winter. Why wouldn't I when apparently all I gotta do is wait for the content to come out later for free? Just my thought. And sure, I could just be salty that we are continued to be told not to work with when no one else is providing an alternative. But I'm gonna save those stories for another day. And for those in the know, I'm tired of being disrespected while we provide free pro disc golf for the people. Well, that keeps getting less and less. Damn, okay, I'm getting angry now. How about we pay attention to the people that actually keep us in business? And by us, I mean disc golf. That being, the players. I know that gets confusing for the people higher up. After round 1 of the finale, it was obvious that the disc golf talent was super high, and they wanted to show the fans why they should care. Well, the ones behind the paywall, that is. Micah Groth, who some may remember from Tour, shot an incredible 15 under round 1 that would be rated 1068. Only to be up 1 over Harry Chase, and after round 2 would be up 5 on another touring pro, Trevin Crow. Micah put together a 12 under in round 2 and in position to take down the championship. Nothing would change as Micah would claim his spot on tour for 2025, despite his worst round of the tournament. Harry Chase would do his best effort to make a run of the title with a 14 under that included a bogey, by the way. Micah would need to secure the eagle on 18 if he wanted to win and would absolutely park it. Over on the FPO side, Leah Sinigini would follow up her hot round 1 with a plus 11 and drop 4 spots onto the chase card. She would then come out the final day and shoot the tournament hot round and secure her 2025 tour card. Big congrats to Micah and Leah for all the hard work, along with everyone else who won their spot on the Pro Tour. Hopefully the DGPT shares that info, but my hopes are low. And that's everything disc golf you need to know from over the weekend. Make sure to subscribe to not miss out on all the latest updates from the offseason, as things are about to shake up big. Or because you want to see our interview with designer of the 11th best course in the United States, which comes out on Wednesday. So you're going to want to subscribe. Like, please. What the hell do I have to do for you to press that damn button?